Do you know what? I get so worried when cows start smoking weed. Yeah, because I just feel like the stakes couldn't be higher. Welcome to Get Lost.
Get Lost on air.
Welcome back to Get Lost.
To Get Lost.
How are you all doing?
Yeah,
Good.
not bad. I presume you're talking to me.
No, I was talking to everyone else.
Oh.
The 12.
Yeah, let's wait for them to answer.
Yep, so tell us. Oh, your nan died.
Yep.
Oh, soz.
I said nice.
Oh, nice, yeah. Nice. Good
time.
riddance to the bitch.
Good day to you, sir.
Yes, how's your week been? This is talking to you now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I get a turn. All right,
Yeah,
so my week's been pretty chilled.
Yeah?
It's been pretty chill, bro. Just been working, and then went to Stoke, which is potentially the grottiest place in the UK. It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
Absolutely is. There was a girl in my middle school who used to constantly talk about how great Stoke was, and it's just not something to brag about, the fact that you're from Stoke.
That's such a rogue personality trait. You know what I mean?
It is, isn't it?
The girl who loves Stoke.
Oh, it's the Stoke girl.
You know, some people like McFly, some people like Nirvana, some people like 50 Cent, other people, they like
I
Stoke.
fucking love being from Stoke.
Stoke-on-Trent, you know,
Stoke.
sinking pints with 50-year-old men.
Yeah, and she was friends with the girl who used to think she was a dog and used to go around woofing at people, so...
Bro, are you sure your middle school wasn't a mental asylum?
No. I'm absolutely not sure.
You're actually cooked. This is all a dream, mate.
Yeah, I mean, there was some fucking... There were some total fuckheads in my middle school.
So
Me being
this
the ringleader.
isn't actually a podcast. It's a therapy session for you.
There's this. I'll lay back and you just ask me questions. Right, ready?
So, bro. How have things been since the incident?
What incident are we talking here?
Oh, God, we've got a long way to go, brother.
There's...
This is the first stage is denial.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It might be. To be honest, I was like,
I'm not a therapist. I'm a fraud.
It's like everyone on Twitter.
Speaking of people who need therapy, Boris Johnson needs therapy, doesn't he?
Oh, boy, does he need therapy. I think he just he just needs a glass of water at this point.
He just needs to stand down, I think.
Like, it's funny because we've been bigging him up for ages. Like, this is our man. This is our man. He's funny. He's charismatic. You know, he takes the ballsy decisions. But, bro, he just revealed himself as some sort of Disney villain.
Do you know what? It feels like a personal attack, doesn't it? When someone that you like so much then turns out to be a bad person.
Like when you found out the guy who sang Ignition to Remix actually pisses on children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like
Not a good day. Not a good day.
No, that hurts a little bit. Or you find out that J.K. Rowling is a total transphobe and everything. You're just like, oh shit. I respected her. Long.
Yeah, it's tough. So what you said exactly. Well, I think. Right. Let's start at the beginning here.
Yeah, let's take it back. So on May the 4th,
Prime Minister HQ.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yep. That works.
he was born.
Nice.
I don't know his actual name. But Boris. What was his birthday? Oh God, there's loads.
Are we going
of
back
fucking...
that far? Are we?
Yeah, I was
going
going
back to the
to
beginning.
start right from the beginning.
Oh,
June the
sweet,
19th, 1964.
Boris was born.
Boris.
Somebody gave birth to a child, looked at it, and thought, "Yeah, Boris."
He was born in the United States. He was born in New York.
Bro, he's a fraud. This man is a fraud. Everything I thought about him was a lie.
Yeah, this is... I do not back this man at all. I'll never do an impression again.
People are going to ask you at dinner parties, get the Boris impression out. No.
No. I can't be
Time has
associated with
passed.
that
He does
man.
not deserve it. So what happened was, you know the whole Cummings thing that happened... Don't make a joke. The whole Cummings thing that happened... like... it was like 6 months ago, wasn't it? Where Cummings broke the lockdown restrictions.
Oh yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cummings broke the lockdown restrictions to go get his eye tested. Right? This is actually like a period drama, this fucking thing.
It is, isn't it?
So,
it's a bit like, it feels like we're on EastEnders.
And then Boris refused to like sack him or tell him off even. Like he didn't want to do anything bad to Cummings, and everyone's like, "Well, this is what sort of weird bromance you guys got on here."
You got back your boys.
But I think we've all just found out why he's not told him off.
And why is that?
Because it was Cummings that released the text messages that Boris sent to, I think it was to Cummings, yeah, about him saying, "Let the bodies pile high, fuck him." I don't think he said fuck him at the end, but
He probably did.
he might as well have done, to be honest.
That's something Boris would do. We hate you, Boris. You
What a
prick.
bastard.
I trusted you, Boris. No, but didn't he also? There was something about he got a room decorated using the taxpayers' money.
Yeah, I did hear about this.
And there was a big thing going on, and I was like, I don't really care. I don't know why everyone cares so much.
I know, it's like 56k or something.
There's a lot. But
Like, it's not that much in like the grand scheme of things, like how much tax money they get.
no, but for a
You know what I mean? Like that's just
decoration-
one dude's tax. Like,
Yeah, but can you imagine how nice your bedroom would look if you spent 56k decorating it?
yeah, bro. I hope he got some like a good fucking tradesman in.
He probably, most of that money was probably just on like a really nice rug, and then the rest of it is just white walls. That's a Boris.
Knowing
thing to
Boris, I bet he had like a bear stuffed,
do. Probably.
or like a bear rug.
Yeah. They're freaky.
I reckon he's got one of those. He seems like the sort of guy. That's the sort of thing a villain would have.
It absolutely is. A villain with that sort of hair. That is exactly what he would have. Yeah, so he's fucked it. He's an absolute stinker.
Yeah,
Let the bodies pile up.
it's rough, and it's actually so rough. Like, how do you get out of that?
I don't know,
That's
but
the prime minister, bro. That's the it's fair enough. Like maybe you scientifically believe that herd immunity is the way forward because you think that's the strategy to like stop the most deaths or whatever, right?
yeah.
That's very different to saying let the bodies pile up.
People have come back from worse.
Like what?
Logan Paul hanged. No, he didn't. He filmed someone hanging. Well, he might have set it up. I don't know. No,
Yeah, but Logan Paul. I don't think that's as bad. Like this is going to
filmed
require
a dead
Madeleine
body and
McCann
laughed at it.
level. What's that?
He filmed a dead body and laughed at it, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't. He's not in charge of the country. You know what I mean? Like he's.
Well, he was in charge of the Paul Nation, or the Mavericks, whatever the fuck they're called.
The Mavericks.
He has a responsibility. If he wants their merch to sell out, then you got to be a good person.
Yeah, I didn't actually think about it like that.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just don't think, do you?
That was
No need
completely
to be like
unnecessary. Cheers, bro.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to do the rest of this podcast with you.
Hey, let's get in good mood. Let's talk about something else then.
You sounded like a foreign guy then.
Hey, let's get
Like
in
a foreign
good
guy.
mood.
Yeah, literally like a holiday rep.
Or like the
You know,
guy
he's
who,
trying to convince you to get on the dance floor.
yeah, the guy who texts girls, like the Indian guy who's like, "Hey, beautiful, you look gorgeous today. Want to
Show me
FaceTime?"
Bob and Vajen.
Yes. Oh, that's me. So the one thing I have to talk about, because I've been very slack on talking points this week, but did you ever watch the TV show Life with Derek?
No, I've no idea what that is.
Okay. let me set the scene because I completely forgot about this. Right, I forgot about this TV show. This was a show on Disney Channel, I think, but it was also like it originally aired on like a Canadian channel as well, and the whole show is this guy called Derek and this girl called Casey. Their parents, it's like the whole step sibling vibe, like Drake and Josh, where like their parents get together and they all move into a house together, right?
Okay.
Derek is the typical layabout teenager who is doing shit in school and is like dirty and gross, and Casey is the like straight A student female. So as you can imagine, the dynamic in the house was not great. These two did not like each other at all. However, throughout the whole show, they're like, it's fucking weird how close they get to shagging. And
right.
They're step siblings.
Right?
Yeah, they're step siblings. Yeah. And
they were ahead of their time.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying, right? These two, and the whole show was like sort of teasing that they were going to get together, and even the actors were saying that they shipped them, and there was like fan fiction written about these two like step siblings, written by people at the time, like who were like 9 years old when it came out, and everyone wanted these two characters to get together, including me. I didn't know how weird this was. But I was watching it like, God, I want them two to get together. That'd be so good. Looking back, that is what has sparked like the whole step sibling thing on Pornhub, I think.
You reckon that's like where it started?
Shows like that. There's quite a few where like the step siblings get dangerously close.
Bro, isn't it weird how popular it is? Like, that's the thing with these Pornhub videos now, is just like, it will be like a normal video, and then they'll just do a little bit of acting at the start to show that they're actually like step siblings or like stepmother and stepson, like somehow weirdly related but not quite.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, otherwise before like the last 5 years it wasn't like that.
Yeah, and I don't know why they need it, like,
because people like it. They like it.
Does that,
you know what I mean? Like,
5-minute conversation before, like that 5-minute conversation beforehand, before they start doing the deed, does that really change anything about the rest of the video?
It changes the context in which it's happening, because, you know, people do care about the story.
But when there's like a guy having a full-on like 5-knuckle shuffle to one of these videos, and is he thinking in the back of his mind, yeah, they're step siblings, oh yeah. Because they're obviously not.
It must, yeah. That's the first thing, isn't it? It's quite funny though, because I think they're legally not allowed to put that they are actually siblings. Otherwise they would. And I think if it wasn't for that law, there would just be tons of like sibling porn out there. Which is interesting, because what the hell does that say about, you know, like I'm talking like 50% of Pornhub users here, which is a lot of people.
Yeah. And like, that's gonna be that might get dangerous in the future. Like, kids growing up with this sort of thing will be like, oh yeah, it's normal to shag your stepsister. It's
gonna make family interactions so strange.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. Oh, don't like that.
Isn't it uncomfortable?
It's so uncomfortable. But there was a show called The Fosters that I used to watch, that I only used to watch because Maya Mitchell's in it, and I fancy the fuck out of Maya Mitchell. And she gets fostered into this family, and then she starts having a relationship with the son in the family. And I was all for it at the time. I was like, fuck yeah. Get together, guys. Get together.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
The babysitter's a weird one.
Isn't it?
Because they're not related, but it's still kind of weird.
Yeah. Like, they're usually like a fair bit older as well.
Yeah. Or it's like the dad comes home and like sees the babysitter, and then they get it on. It's like, come on, man. Most babysitters are about 13.
It is weird.
Yeah. There's some weird
like dads
shit
employing babysitters for that. Isn't it? Like, at that point, you're just a hooker. Really, aren't you? Like, what's the difference? Except you have to clean as well. Like,
yeah,
not
and you
clean,
have to
but look after the kids.
Look
yeah.
after the kids, yeah.
You're like a fake mum, really. You know what I mean? Like, you're not even a fake mum. You're doing all the stuff the mum does.
Whoa. But then
you're
also,
like a second mum.
Yeah, you're doing the exact, and you're getting paid for it. Wow, what a treat. What a treat. I see why people go into babysitting. Anyway, that was a weird fucking tangent, sorry, but like, just I'm thinking back to this Life with Derek thing, like, and I saw a video about it the other day, someone talking about this show. Apparently they were going to do a sequel, and it was going to start with the two main characters in bed together and not give any context as to why. And then, like, but that fully got axed.
See, it would be quite funny.
It would. Problem is, it was aimed at kids as well. Like, the target audience were children. It would be funnier and like a better show if it was aimed at like adults.
Yeah. That's it. I think these programs, like, it wouldn't be cool if programs actually grew up with the audience.
Yeah.
So like with Pokemon, I used to watch Pokemon Now. I mean,
what? That was a weird.
I'm just exposed myself, haven't I? No, I used to watch Pokemon like. I got ahead of myself there. Right, I used to watch Pokemon when I was like. I watched it when I was like 10, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like a little bit younger than that. But then, like, as you get older, it just does become completely unwatchable. Like, you just can't watch it. It's just not.
I don't know. I do like.
It's not good anymore.
I love watching Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's funny how horny Brock is in Pokemon. He is incredibly horny. There was a clip that I saw on Twitter the other day, and someone said at the beginning of the clip, "You're violating your rights," and then this girl comes on this little like a video, and Ash, Misty, and Brock are all looking in this video, and obviously this girl's quite pretty, and Brock goes, "Wow, she can violate my rights."
That's something the boys would say to you when someone walks past.
Like, Brock, what are you doing, man?
Oh, Jesus.
Also, how old was Brock?
That's proper locker room talk, that is.
It is, yeah.
But, so if they actually grew up with the audience and, like, they made it so that as you grew up, like, the show would grow up as well, and the characters actually grew up and developed, like, these intimate relationships, and you could have those dynamics in the show because you've seen them since childhood, and you've had that emotional connection with them since day one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why no one does it. Like, they always have to appeal to a certain age range instead of like a particular audience, and it would be so cool. Like,
that's true. There was a show called Boy Meets World, which was on. I think that was a Disney show, like in the 90s, and that started off like that. The first 2 seasons, I think, were like very clean Disney sort of show, and like you watch it when you're young, and they're unwatchable for me now, but I binged the whole 7 seasons, and it does feel like it grows up as you watch it, and it's pretty cool. Like, and by the end of it, they're making sex jokes and everything. It turns into like a proper comedy, like a sitcom, rather than just a Disney bubbly shit.
That's dope. That's dope. Like, it's so much more of a connection.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you don't even lose the previous viewers. You actually gain viewers who will actually want to watch it from start to finish as well.
Yeah.
It's like that. Oh my god, there was this film I watched. Like, it was like about this. It was this guy, and the film had been recorded over over 14 years or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a 3-hour long film about like this one guy, and you got to see him go through the different stages in his life in the film. But he was actually growing up with it.
Yeah, it's the same kid. I think I haven't seen it, but I think I've heard about it.
It's awesome, and I had no idea what was going on. Like, I was like, wow, these actors look similar as hell.
Wow, they did a good job.
Because, usually you get like a kid and then he grows up and he doesn't really look like him.
Yeah.
And it's okay, that birthmark's gone.
He's blonde now, and
and his eyes are like in a completely different proportion to the rest of his head. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. They just it's funny. Films do that. Like, they'll do a flashback sequence, of like the adult character back when they were a child, and the kid looks completely different except they've got the same hairstyle, and it's like you realise that the hairstyle would be the one thing that would change.
It's so fucking dumb.
They're not going to keep like their curtains from fucking when they were 5 years old.
It's just so lazy, isn't it, from the producers? It's so lazy. It's like, come on, you can surely find a child and an adult that like look similar. Come on, let's at least try here. There's got to be such a huge short list of actors and actresses that could do this.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. So what's Kill the Bill? What does that mean?
So, yeah, I did want to talk about this. This is an interesting idea. I say idea. It's happening. So there are protests currently going wrong. Chinese there for a second.
Oh. Glad I did an impression.
That was close. Yeah. There's both protests going along the country, right? There's like some in Bristol, some in London, even some in Winchester.
Yeah.
Right. About this bill that's just been passed by the government, where they are like they're encouraging police to have more power. They're giving the police more power to break down protests. So, because of all the, I presume it's because of all the, what's the nature nuts? What are they called?
Peter?
Extinction Rebellion.
Oh.
Yeah, so because of the protests that we've been having with those and all the BLM ones as well.
Yeah.
There's been quite a few protests recently, and the government have responded to that by giving the police more power to break up the protests and search people and...
I thought they already had that power. Isn't that
they
what
do,
the police
but to
are?
a degree. We still, as a country, have like fundamental rights to protest because, like, what's the point? Like, you can't not be allowed to protest. Otherwise, it's just a dictatorship. Do you see what I mean? Like, otherwise, the government can just do anything, right? So the idea is that you're allowed to protest because, you know, everyone's allowed to have free speech and an opinion about how things should be.
Yeah.
But now it's quite funny, really. They've passed a bill to stop protest, which has caused a protest.
That was a smooth move. Seamless.
You know what I mean? It'd be nuts now if they just create like a bigger bill, be like, yeah, police can do what they want. And then the whole country starts protesting. But it's a serious matter. Sorry?
It is dangerous giving the police more power, especially now. Like, I don't think the police should be getting any more power because everything that's happened in the past year or two.
Oh, yeah.
The police have absolutely fucked it.
I say that it's more of an American thing, no?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, British police are such pussies.
They haven't got guns for a start.
Yeah, they've got,
you know what I mean? Like, there's only like a policeman can only do so much nowadays. Like in the UK, like he can still beat the crap out of you with his baton.
Yeah. It's funny on GTA, you do one thing wrong and they all start shooting at you.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like, you don't in America, if you're black, you haven't got to do something wrong. You just got to show up.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're a bit of corrupt over there, aren't they?
Yeah, there's all sorts going on, all sorts. But it's interesting. It's interesting because if they've passed this bill, and what does that say about their intention? You know, is it just to counteract the protests, or is it because they actually want more power over the people? You know what I mean? Like, the more power you give the police, the more control you have over the people.
That's true. And then it becomes more... It's quite dangerous to protest anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, especially if you're like Extinction Rebellion. Those guys are getting locked up now. Like, there's like, you'd hear stories about people at fucking uni and stuff that you've been arrested like 4 or 5 times from Extinction Rebellion protests.
Christ.
And whatnot. Because they're just like blocking roads and stuff, and people are actually just like trying to get about, but at the same time they are making a point. So it's a difficult one.
Have you ever been to a protest?
No, I haven't actually. I've never been to a protest.
I would have to travel a long way to get to any sort of protest. So I'm in the sticks. I'm not. I'd have to hop on a train and fucking journey like 2 hours to get to any decent protest that's going on.
You imagine a protest in Bury St Edmunds, like. Just be a bunch of indie kids going, no, please don't do it. Please stop. If you could kindly refrain from the action you're currently causing.
Because you know what? Bury is such a dead place. I love it so much, but it's so dead. There's nothing going on. Absolutely nothing.
But yeah, so it's interesting to see where this is going to go, to be honest. And I think this is kind of, is like, I get the feeling that it's mixed in with the Black Lives Matter stuff, is my suspicion.
Right. What the police?
On what basis?
Yeah, what do you mean? Explain.
Okay. So, I think one of the people that organised the protest in London was part of the, like, basically it was a group founder which made me believe that it might have been like a Black Lives Matter thing as well. Because there were also signs at the event that were like linked to Black Lives Matter, not only the KillTheBill thing. We're getting there. Come on, man.
This is a struggle.
Sorry if that was difficult listening.
Oh my god.
I can only apologise.
It's okay. I've got a question for you.
Right.
Bit of a change of subject. Where would you live in the world? If money wasn't an object.
Money wasn't an object, yeah. I like that. Stoke.
Well, good luck. I hope you got your fucking vaccines. All of them.
You're vaccinated in every disease under the planet if you're going to go to Stoke. You're vaccinated for gonorrhea.
Fucking what other diseases are there? Rabies, probably. That's the sort of thing that would go around in Stoke.
Mad cow disease is the sort of thing you get.
There's a bunch of mad cows in fucking Stoke too.
Behave. On a real note, I did like somewhere in Italy, I think, like some cute Italian village, where you could buy local bread and local meats, and the weather's good, and you're by the sea. That would be my kind of vibe, like an Animal Crossing kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair. That's a good shout.
That'd probably be my shout. What about you?
See, I love England, right? But I hate the weather. So, I think the next best thing is Australia, because Australia is like England in a lot of ways, except it's got nice weather and everyone's chilled.
Yeah, they are chilled, aren't they?
Yeah.
The whole like vibe of the country is just laid back. It's kind of like if the whole of England was like a couple of shots in.
I don't know, because some people get rowdy after a couple of shots.
But it's like, it's just like the point where you're not drunk, but you're just slightly loose. And you're kind of just vibing with whatever's going on.
Yeah, whereas America is like everyone is like a couple of energy drinks in.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
or like 10 shots in.
Yeah. 10 Jaegers in.
Otherwise, Australia, they've had like one and a half glasses of wine.
Yeah, they're just having they're cruising. All right. Another question for you. This is about fighting. So, would you rather fight 3 like 16-year-old like high schoolers, like year 11s, or 12 year 3s? So you're about 8 then.
See, now my brain's going to what would it be like to beat up a load of children?
Yep. My brain goes there quite often. Anytime I walk past a child, I think, fuck off. I could beat you up.
Jesus Christ, bro. You're like Scrooge.
Oh, God, kids are annoying, man.
No, they're not.
Some of them are. Some of them are alright.
They're quite sweet. They're like funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I probably shouldn't have said that.
You.
I'm not going to beat up anyone's child.
That's such a rogue comment. I see children and want to beat them up. That's so mad.
Only some.
Jeez, I'm a child around you, so that's for sure. I'm going to show you my baby. You're going to punch him in the face.
If it's an annoying baby, then it deserves it.
This is Harold, but no, you can't hold him.
You watch from afar. Yeah, so what would you rather fight?
On a moral level, probably the teenagers. But in terms of ease of winning the fight, I'd rather fight the children.
Yeah, because teenagers, 16-year-olds, they fight fucking dirty, wouldn't they? They're like,
bro.
You think you're invincible when you're that age, and they just fucking go for it, full steam ahead.
It's so true. Like, I remember, like, when I was that age, just feeling like nothing bad could happen to me.
Exactly. And even watching the fights that would go on at school, they would fucking destroy each other.
Yeah.
And I was a little pussy. I was just standing there like, I don't want to get involved. I'm scared.
It was brutal, wasn't it? Like that's you got all the pressure from school as well. You got the pressure to be like some sort of alpha male, be the one who shows everyone up. Like, because you come away winning a fight and it's like, wow, this is the big don.
Yeah, but then you've basically put a bounty on your head because everyone's like, right, he's the one to do it.
It's so true. It becomes like it's like Jake Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, speaking of which, have you heard this? The Mayweather Logan Paul fight has been confirmed, and we've got a date.
6th of June. 6th of June.
6th of June. Now this is going to be awesome. In one of the flyers of the fight, I think Logan Paul's. I mean, he might have tweeted it himself, but there's this is the goad Mayweather. He's posted a picture of him like in full height, and there's Mayweather just like at the bottom of the flyer with his head just kind of poking up the top.
That's like a Get Lost poster. Me and you. I didn't mean it. Who do you think's going to win?
This is the episode of Unnecessary Digs. This is
Who do you think's going to win?
Mate, it's tough. It's actually tough.
Because Mayweather.
I don't know. Like, it seems like a really even fight, is what I think. Because everyone's going, oh no, it's just going to be Mayweather. But I'm not going to say that Logan's probably going to win it because, like, look at the size of him. I feel like he's going to be so much slower than Mayweather could surely dodge everything, no?
Yeah, and also, but Mayweather's quite old now, isn't he? He's like retired.
Yeah, but he's like, it was only, 3 years ago he was fighting Manny Pacquiao, who was like the best boxer in that league at the time. Well, besides Mayweather. In that division, sorry.
Yeah. But
like he hasn't lost ever. And he was still 44. Fighting only 3 years ago. So this isn't like Mike Tyson fighting where it was like 15 years ago. This is recent. So he's still got it in him, I imagine, unless he's really put the pounds on a lockdown.
Yeah, but Logan's massive though.
Logan is so much bigger. That's the thing, and he's going to be so much stronger as well. So if he connects a punch, who's to say he wouldn't knock him out? But then again, the man couldn't beat KSI. Why the hell would he be able to beat Mayweather?
And that's the thing. If he does beat Mayweather, then that means KSI is the best boxer in the world.
That's how it works.
Which is so funny.
We need KSI versus Jake Paul. It's gonna be so funny when those two are the best boxers in the world, and like Tyson Fury and Joshua just like have to be the lower card on the night.
Yeah, they're the warm-up act.
Because the Joshua Fury fight is supposedly going to be announced at some point.
Is it?
And that's going to be like huge. Like, two British fighters, supposedly like the best fighters going at the moment. Besides, you could argue Deontay Wilder's up there with them, but
Don't know.
these two are like the machines.
Do you know what?
Tyson,
I don't watch boxing very much, and that's why this whole YouTube fighting appeals to me, because I actually know the people.
mate, I think it's a sick idea. Everyone's like, oh no, he's fucking ripping off the sport, but you know what I mean? Like, it's entertainment. That's what we come here for. It's like if you had like your mates have a boxing match, you'd watch it.
Exactly.
Because
It's like
you know 'em.
Soccer Aid.
Yeah.
Soccer Aid is great because you watch all these celebrities play football.
And like, it doesn't like necessarily matter that it's not the best quality, because you have actually some sort of emotional connection to it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like Danny Jones is in Soccer Aid all the time, and so I watch
Bet you
it.
back him.
It's cool. Yeah.
Even if he starts on the bench, like.
Yeah, he actually scored a pretty good goal once. I remember it.
Oh, the Boris Johnson one. I know. He's not in good books at the moment, but it was quite funny. You see the when Boris Johnson was in Soccer Aid. The fact that he done it. Can you imagine like Theresa May or David Cameron in Soccer Aid?
No, I can't.
Like, it just wouldn't happen. But there's one where Boris Johnson, he trips and he just rugby tackles another player.
I'm looking at the picture of it now. It's so funny.
The fact that the man is built like an actual, almost like a tortoise standing up.
He is actually. I can't describe that man. He's our prime minister. He's not in the country.
What does this say about our nation? Is the crazy thing, like the fact that we elected him.
We didn't though, did we?
I mean, us do specifically didn't, but the country did.
No, he was chucked in, wasn't he? Because
no, he beat Corbyn.
did he?
Yeah, he beat Corbyn in the last one. There was Theresa May versus Corbyn, and Corbyn like showed up for the books, but then they had a snap election, and it was Boris versus Corbyn.
Oh.
I don't think the Lib Dems had anyone of any quality.
Do they ever? Ooh. I'm spitting shit about politics that I don't
the Lib
understand.
Dems. They had that one guy that got elected. Do you remember? The one when David Cameron had to share. He had to share Prime Minister role. I can't remember. Nick Clegg.
Nick Clegg.
Yeah, that was it.
Nick Cleggy in the house. I know that because that was a Midnight Beast song. He was in that.
They did a song on Nick Clegg.
They did a song about the 2012 vote, I think, maybe.
Yeah, that was the 2012 one when they did. Cameron had to team up with the Lib Dems to get the majority of it.
Yeah. Nick Clegg, I was right. I fucking pulled that out of the bag. Jesus. I'm smarter than I
Yeah, you did, bro. I
don't know where that came from.
I was like, I'm on my own here.
I'm here. I know what I'm doing. All right, so I think questions now.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it.
All right. So, questions game today. Dominic Cummings talking to Boris Johnson. They're feuding, but it's like... Right, so we've got to do it in the style of tweets. So, like, they're having a Twitter war. This is like a Trump kind of way of approaching things.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
I gotcha. Yep.
So that's what it's going to be. Would you like to be Mr. Cummings or Mr. Johnson?
I'll be Mr. Cummings.
Mate, these surnames are ridiculous. It's hard to like... I'm trying to formulate a joke here. There's a joke here somewhere. I just don't know where it is.
Cummings and Johnson.
Johnson. Come on. There's got to be something we can do with this.
Come on, we gotta come up with a joke.
Well, we'll get back to it later. But you want to be Cummings, did you say?
Yeah, I want to be Cummings in your Johnson.
Yay! We got there.
Oh, I'm ashamed.
So disappointed in both of us.
Oh my god!
Right,
you can tell we've been doing this for a while.
Experienced professionals.
Right, you start.
Okay. What has Cummings been saying about me?
Can't you read?
Why has Cummings replied to this thread?
Isn't that what Twitter's for, dickhead?
Why not just at me?
Aren't indirects better?
Would you like me to get Trump involved?
Who wants Trump anywhere near them?
How are your eyes?
My eyes?
Wasn't it you that broke lockdown to go get your eyes tested?
Didn't you spend taxpayers' money on decorating your room?
Do you like it?
Can you vote on this poll whether Boris deserves to decorate his room?
Why would I vote that?
Don't you know that Twitter is for everyone?
Can anybody who agrees that Cummings is a bit of a twat please like this tweet?
Why would you like this tweet?
Some people have the opinion that Cummings is a bit of a twat.
Who?
Would you like to know?
Yes. Yes, please.
Well, thank you everybody for what has been a fucking amazing podcast. It's great to have you along.
Wait. We got a tweet. I forgot. We got a tweet.
Was it you?
No.
Oh, huge! Bro, I was like a dog that's just seen a bit of pork, salmon, and jelly in the same bowl.
In the first 10 minutes of the latest at Get Lost on Air episode, the boys waffle about waffling, compare the European Super League to Nazi Germany, and Clark pretends he's 6'2". Hashtag Get Lost on Air.
That sounds like a description.
It does. I love it.
That's brilliant. It sounds like I was trying to think, did I write that?
No, that was Alex. He tweeted it. We need him to write our descriptions.
Big Donny.
He can edit them as well if he wants. I'm fed up. Should we just get him to do it all? We'll just show up.
Oh, big love to Alex Monk, who has tweeted us. That's fantastic. That's the first tweet we've had in like 2 months.
He was the one.
He was first previous to that.
Yeah, he was the one previous to that, and that was in January.
Oh, Alex. Love to see it. Love to see
if
it.
anyone, just make sure you use hashtag Get Lost on Air, people.
We actually love it.
We do. Loving it. Right, you sign off now. Sorry, I won't butt in again.
All right. Thank you everyone for listening. It's been a Thank you everyone for listening. It's been a wonderful day. Hope everyone has a good time and enjoys lockdown being over. And if lockdown's already over, then just enjoy your life. Get lost.
Lost on Air. Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on Air.